Bienvenidos a la sala.
Bienvenidos a otro capítulo de la sala.
Welcome back, you guys. My name is Bianca Zuniga y me pueden encontrar en Instagram como Bianca Zuniga Official.
Yo soy Rudy Zúñiga y me pueden encontrar en Instagram como Rudy Zúñiga Oficial.
Go ahead and follow La Sala Official Podcast on Instagram. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Music.
En
Apple
todas las
everything.
plataformas ahí estamos. La Sala Podcast.
Yeah. Bienvenidos una vez más. We are on capítulo número 9.
Wait.
Let's see if he gets
Which
this
one
one
is it?
right. The top one.
¿Listo?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Well, we were supposed to.
The high five.
Welcome back, you guys. We are back with another capítulo, and we are back with the continuación from our previous capítulo.
Yeah, ese capítulo estuvo
¿Cómo se dice?
muy
Ya.
sentimental. Agarramos mucho feedback of people saying that they were crying o se les salía la lágrima.
Estuvo machina y como dicen. Por ahí.
Estuvo fuerte.
Yeah. We're back with parte número 2. Before anything, I want to thank everybody who tuned in to last week's capítulo. Thank you so much por todo el apoyo que los mandaron, todos los mensajes. It really felt really nice to get so good feedback.
Yeah.
There was people that send us stories that they've lost a special someone, a family member, due to meningitis. And I just want to tell you guys that we are very sorry for your loss. And, you know, in el momento, maybe we don't really understand why things happen the way they do. All I can say is that God's plan is far greater. And our hearts go out to everybody that lost someone, because I was telling him that once you guys started sending me messages and then I was talking to my mom, she made me realize that I forgot to tell you guys that he coded twice on us. So I could have lost you too to meningitis. And I'm just so thankful to God that he is here. And
para la gente que no sabe qué es coded, you say coded, right?
Yeah, coded meaning that you're almost going to pass. Basically, they were a punto de darte CPR to bring you back to life. But they didn't, because you started reacting to it. But it happened twice, and it was very, very, very scary, very emotional. I couldn't believe of how many people have lost someone because of meningitis. It's sad. It's very sad. And if you guys aren't aware, if you guys are barely tuning into the capítulo, meningitis is an infection in the brain. Your brain gets really, really large, and the person that is sick, they begin to lose everything that they know. They forget how to walk, how to write, how to talk. Complete memory loss, basically.
Yeah, pierdes conciencia, no sabes ni quién eres.
Yeah, so our hearts really go out to the people that have lost someone. And if you know of anybody, because gracias a Dios que Rudy se ha recuperado súper rápido. A mí me dijeron it could have been anywhere from 6 months to a year to years. Nosotros conocemos o hemos leído historias where people have not recovered 14 years later and they're still not knowing how to do stuff, you know. So thank you, God. And if you are going through meningitis, or you know someone that has meningitis, les mando un fuerte abrazo, muchas fuerzas. And you know what? All I can say is keep fighting for your loved one.
Yeah, and be patient to those people.
Be patient. Absolutely be patient to those people. And I told him, honestly, que se los pasó this year, but I told him that I really want to start being more involved with the meningitis community. Meningitis Awareness Month is in May, so I think next year we're going to plan to do something, you know, maybe raise charity and like donate it to an organization of meningitis, because it's not very popular. But you guys, if you guys only knew how many people send us stories, like, it's crazy. Because I mean, when I went through nursing school, I knew what it was, but I didn't know anybody that went through that or it had happened to them. So once I lived it, it was very, very, very life-changing. So we're back with capítulo número 2, and we left off where you go into rehab.
Yeah. les voy a comentar, yo no me acuerdo, me acuerdo haber llegado, perdón, haber llegado al hospital con dolor de cabeza, and then me acuerdo que creo los iban a dar un cuarto, ¿no? I think we were like in the back. Los iban a dar ya un cuarto. Y ya de ahí ya no me acuerdo. Ya me acuerdo haber despertado en silla de ruedas. And I was yo en mi mente pensaba que me iban a mover de cuarto, pero me movieron de hospital, ¿verdad?
Yeah, they sent him. So after we were at
UCI.
I have USC like this right now. You guys want to wipe soon?
Yeah.
But after que los trasladaron los discharged de UCI, they moved us into a rehab center in somewhere in Anaheim. Tustin. There we go. So they moved us there, and he was there for a month as well. And he asked me, he's like, babe, but was I sleeping the whole time that I was at UCI? But no, he was not sleeping. Like, he was fully awake, going through this infection, this disease. So
ahorita se me vino a la mente, like, if you think about it, like, desperté en el momento que me iban a transferir. Like, if you think about it.
Yeah. Because
pero mentally, like,
mentally you were sleeping because you didn't know anything.
I know.
But you were awake, and that's why te trasladaron, because your brain was already starting to function, babe.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Yo no me acuerdo. Yo no me acuerdo que iba en silla de ruedas. Yo pensé que iba para otro cuarto, porque haz de cuenta como cuando te duermes y despiertas al otro día. Así me sentí yo, que había pasado just a couple of hours that I was going to go to another room. Pero en ese tiempo ya había pasado un mes, ¿verdad?
Yeah. So he doesn't remember all that, but that's why te trasladaron, because his vital signs were getting back to normal. His infection was still present, but it wasn't as like bad anymore. They still transported him with IV fluids and IV antibiotics to the rehab center, but you were already able to eat liquids and like solid foods. You couldn't like really chew anything, and oh my god, me dio un susto una vez que le estaba dando las pastillas y yo como like se las di like normal, you know, and he almost choked on me, you guys. I was so scared. I was like, oh my god, babe, oh my god. I was so scared, babe. I thought I was gonna like kill you.
¿Cuántas pastillas eran?
A lot.
Pues con razón. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really good at taking pills.
That's why I gave them to you, because you're really good at it. But so once we got to the rehab center, you guys, he did get to rehab in a wheelchair. That didn't last long. That lasted like maybe 3 days, because when you're in rehab, Rudy, mind you, Rudy is so still not like present. You know, he knows kind of, but doesn't know. So his stubborn ass was so mean to the nurses at rehab. He didn't realize that like he had to use a walker because he couldn't walk. And he had to do exercise. Like when you're in rehab, it's not like, oh, I get to chill and relax for a whole month and let me just get better. No. They have him doing different therapies all day long. Y este hombre no quería hacer nada.
Like twice a day, no?
No, babe. It was 4 times a day.
4 times a day.
So it started at 7, 8 in the morning. They would get you up to take you a shower. And it was every other day you had to shower. And they had to kind of like the first days, they had to help you, you know. But the purpose of rehab is to show you how to do everything again. And to, you know, to send you off after when you get discharged from rehab for you could have a sort of normal lifestyle. That's what their goal is. Pero este hombre está necio.
No, yo me acuerdo que entraba la enfermera y decía, "Are you ready for exercise?" I was like, "No."
Yeah.
I was like, "No, I will hate it." Me ponían una pelota y me tenía que sentar y luego, like, I had to walk y luego subir escaloncitos. Y luego un ejercicio con cartas. Yo me acuerdo las cartas, like, ponerlas en su lugar por color, por diseño.
Yeah.
Like, it was a lot of stuff. Yeah, pero en ese momento, like, mis piernas me dolían. Like, me dio un dolor que duré, like a month or 2?
No, babe.
¿Más?
I think you got discharged in November. I think until January te dio ese dolor
Tenía
de pies.
un dolor en las plantas y arribita, pero así dolor todo el día. Like, really, really bad. Me acuerdo que... Pero el dolor me llegó ya cuando me sacaron de ahí para la
No,
casa.
no, the thing that happened, you guys, is that in rehab center, tú tenías ese dolor de pies, but te estaban dando pastillas to calm it down, but they didn't want to discharge him with pastillas anymore because they felt like it was too much. And we have to constantly keep looking at his blood levels for his kidney, you know? So we can't give you just like any, you guys, we can't just give him any pastillas. So they didn't want to discharge you with pastillas. I think you had like some really strong Norco, and then they had something with the IV. So that's why it was manageable during rehab, but it got to a point where like he wouldn't even sleep at rehab, babe. Like, remember you had like really hard time sleeping, so they had to give you like a sleeping med.
Ya, sí me acuerdo. También en la casa, ¿no? Tuve problemas.
Yeah.
Sleeping. Like, no dormía. Me levantaba temprano, como a las 6, 7 de la mañana, y me metía a la regadera, pero al tub, con agua caliente, porque no aguantaba el dolor de pies. Y eso lo hice como 2, 3, 4 días seguidos, hasta más, ¿verdad?
Yeah. So at rehab, he went through like a lot of therapy. He went through a lot of classes. He was being really stubborn with everybody there. He wouldn't want to eat. That was another thing. Que no querías comer nada. Like, nothing. I felt like he was going through a depression. And I kept asking him, like, are you depressed? Are you, like, what's wrong with you? Like,
they were thinking I was crazy. Pero yo pienso que era la comida, I didn't really like it.
Babe, but I would bring you panda. Because, you know, it was so cool that even the rehab center let me stay with you the whole time, like sleep there. Like, you guys, I moved in. I got there with a big ass suitcase and all my stuff, and they let me shower. They let me stay there with you. I mean, it was not comfortable at all, but I didn't care about my comfort. Like, I just wanted to be with you, you know? And sometimes rehabs don't let you be with the person. Like, they make you go home, and they allowed me to stay every single day with him. So I would leave and I'd be like, what do you want? You know, do you want panda? Do you want pollo loco? Jack in the Box, Taco Bell? And he would be like, yeah, I want this, but he wouldn't eat it. So I was reading along the lines that you kind of lose like las ganas de comer. He lost so much weight. Like, he looked really, really, really skinny, and really, you just looked unhealthy.
All beat up.
Yeah, you looked all beat up. They did a lot there. I don't think you remember, and that's what I was telling you guys, that like his journey's not over with the whole memory comeback, because we could be talking of stuff, but he probably won't remember it.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's or will be the other day we were driving and he's like, babe, are we by the beach? But we were in Hollywood.
Wait, let me clear that one. Le dije que si we're by the beach, porque en el GPS, si están por el lado de la playa, del otro lado del mapa se ve así como todo azul. So le dije, ¿estamos por la playa? And then you said something about like, si te dejo aquí, you don't even know where you at, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you don't know where you at right now either.
But I just think that, like,
funny.
I think it's just hard. It's very hard for someone that has to go through this. It's very, very hard. I thought Rudy was going to talk a lot more today.
Yeah, no, pues es que me acuerdo poquitas cosas, pero sí me acuerdo que también tuve una enfermera en la casa.
Yeah, so once he got discharged, 30 days later, they're like, okay, you get to go. Oh my God. And you guys, when we were at the rehab center, let me tell you guys, one day, este hombre decided to cut his toenails. Okay. He decided to cut his toenails. I think the rehab was more funny stuff that you did. He decided to cut his toenails in front of the nurse while she was...
What's wrong with that?
She was your speech therapist, babe. She was over here trying to teach you how to, like,
oh, yeah,
talk.
Que llegaban enfermeras y salían así como con hojas de kinder. Y que casi diciendo, ¿qué es esto? So you had to say like a circle, a triangle, el cuadro.
Yeah. And Rudy would like look at them like, you guys are dumb. Like, I'm not stupid.
Well, not like they're dumb, but like really like
Babe, you really, yeah, you made some of those nurses feel like, what the F? I think that at that point, his memory was coming back and he still did like, he knew he couldn't like write really good, but he knew like he didn't need that anymore, you know? Yeah. So he was like, why are they making me feel like I'm a kid? So he would have speech therapists every other day. And that one time, you guys, so the nurse gets there and he's cutting his toenails. Este hombre no deja que nadie le corte las uñas, okay? So he's getting like those cuticle nail clippers and toenails are flying everywhere. And the nurse is like, oh, it's okay.
Salían volando.
And the nurse is like, what is that? Is that pliers? And Rudy's like, yeah. Is that even safe? It was not pliers. It was cuticle nails.
Casi una pinza.
Yeah. So we finally get discharged, you know. Honestly, just our rehab, it was just a lot of classes, a lot of exercise. You know, goal was to send him home without a walker, and we were able to accomplish that. He was able to write his name. He was able to tell us now what day was it, you know, what month we were in. I mean, they ask you questions like, who's your president? What holiday is this? When's your birthday? You know, all that. His memory did come back to it, you know. And finally, we get home and we have a home nurse.
Yeah.
And she comes in.
I would hate it too.
He would hate it because she would make him go and walk all around our building. And it was a big-ass block, to be honest.
Pero en ese tiempo todavía me dolían los pies. Era un dolor de pies horrible. Me acuerdo que cuando caminaba este pie izquierdo. El pie izquierdo.
No, that's your derecho.
Mi pie derecho. Cuando caminaba, daba el paso y pum, like, como que no estaba... Como que no lo tenía bien. Se sentía como que cuando daba el paso, como que me iba a caer así.
Yeah.
So, yo pienso por eso me hacían caminar como unas 5 vueltas.
No, babe.
No, 2.
Maybe like 2.
Yeah, y me tomaban la presión and I was like really, really tired. So, cuando la enfermera decía, no, like, mi presión estaba alta, me decía que me sentara un rato.
Yeah.
And then continuábamos porque cuando vivíamos ahí teníamos un gym. So, también me ponía en la bicicleta. Ahí estaba, like... la pelota, hacer pesas. I mean, ahorita... En el momento lo odiaba, pero entiendo que era por mi bien.
Yeah. And ya cuando estábamos en la casa, again, you know, no quería comer. Esto duró, de verdad que duró maybe like 3 months con el dolor y que no querías comer. So he had to drink Ensures y hasta eso. But I think era tan fuerte el dolor de pies que sentías that you just couldn't support it.
Yeah.
He couldn't support it. And finally, we ended up asking his doctor to prescribe him something because it was really bad, you guys. It was intense. We tried everything. We tried cremas. We even tried like the marijuana oils and like cremas, and nothing would help him. The pain was so bad that nothing would help him. And we would, you know, follow up with his doctors, and, you know, slowly they started saying like, okay, they even asked you, like, are you depressed?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because su cara nomás, it just looked sad. It looked it looked sad. It looked like he was depressed, you know?
Yeah, well, en las fotos, porque Bianca la otra vez me mandó unas fotos. En las fotos me miro así como que, like, I'm not even there, like, lost.
Yeah,
like,
he was really ido. What's going to happen, you know? It scared me. It scared me because a lot of people lose their lives because of depression too, you know? And I was just doing the best I could at that time to help you get back to it. And I don't know, de un de repente, it's just like, he ended up going back to casa, right?
El tío dijo que había dicho Ángel que ya me quería para atrás al trabajar. I was like, fuck. So I went back to Casa del Villar.
No, they didn't force you to go back.
No.
You told them.
Llegaba a la casa, como de mal humor, que me dolían los pies. My feet were like killing me.
But I could tell you that him going back to work helped him completely come back to the person he was. And I don't think he's the person he was. I think he's so different now.
I'm a new guy.
He's a new guy. I got blessed with 2 guys.
Yeah, pero en Casa del Villar tenía que estar todo el tiempo caminando o parado, estando de un lado para otro. Y eso me ayudó mucho
muchísimo
en hacer más ejercicio de lo que hacía en terapia o en casa con la enfermera.
Y ya estaba trabajando su mente más en diferentes cosas. You know, he was around people. He wasn't just at home. He just wanted to be sleeping all day. Yeah. And that's a sign of depression. For you guys that know, that's a sign of depression. He didn't want to eat. Llegara un tiempo, like at the beginning, where like he would spit the food out anywhere. Okay. And I would be like, okay, calm down, patience. Because that's what you need, you guys. Like when you go through this, you need a lot of patience, and you need to know and understand that they don't get it. They don't understand that you shouldn't be spitting anywhere you want, you know. They don't get it. So it's really, really like it tests your patience as the other side, like me taking care of you. It really does test your patience. And I'm just grateful that he was able to recover to be who he is. I feel like you have a lot more patience now. You have a lot more patience now, but he does get bothered sometimes. Like really quick, and then se le baja.
Yeah, se me baja de volada.
Yeah. Do you forget stuff?
No.
Not really, huh?
Solo que no me acuerdo de ciertas cosas, pero ya cuando le echo cabeza bien, sí me acuerdo. Like what? Or at least I remember a little bit.
I mean, there's little things that he's done or that he does still do. And to me, I kind of think like, how do you not know where we're at if we already drove by here before? But
es que no pongo atención. Yo, si te das cuenta, no pongo atención en las calles. Me dejo guiar por el mapa, por el GPS. Y no pongo atención, like, que hay aquí, qué calle es. I just drive.
Yeah.
Me lleva el GPS.
I could tell you that he's more friendly. You're funnier. Como que...
I've always been funnier.
Como que... Like... You like reborn yourself. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but you're a different guy. Like you're very, very like now very outgoing. You like to do stuff. Back then you wouldn't like to do stuff. He was more like not self-centered, but more chill. Like you wanted to just be home, and you love being home still.
I'm a house guy.
But now he's like, oh yeah, let's go eat. Let's go to the mall. Let's go to the movies. He's more outgoing. Definitely, like you're open to making conversation with people now. Back then you didn't really want to do that.
Era muy serio. Like,
yeah.
Muy, ¿cómo se dice esa palabra?
Cerrado.
O no cerrado, pero I don't know how to say it. Era muy
I'm
serio.
serious. Like, I tell you all the time, like, damn, it's crazy how like we ended up getting to know each other and fell in love because he was really, really like cerrado back then.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been a huge accomplishment. I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful with God that, you know, que lo salvó. And I'm very, very, very thankful with everybody that showed us support during that time. My mom, Aaron, my family, his mom, his brothers, all the nurses.
And all the people at work too.
And all the people at work. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you to everybody who just united to help us overcome this. And we're almost going to hit 2 years in September. So that's exciting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's exciting. And I think you live a pretty good life, you know, normal life. You're able to do everything you used to do. The writing is still a little problem, but...
Tengo muy mala letra, es lo que es.
He writes like a little kid, you guys.
Oh, well.
But con esto los dejamos. Vamos a cerrar el capítulo here. Thank you so much for letting us open up about situations.
Cosas muy privadas.
Muy privadas que...
Esto pasó que 2 años atrás, ¿verdad? Y apenas la semana pasada decidí hablar de esto, que quería pues también dejarlos a ustedes entrar a cosas privadas.
Yeah.
Para que los conocieran más, no nomás es como like, oh, es Rudy y Bianca, you know, like viven la vida perfecta, ¿no? También tenemos trompiezos como todos.
Yeah. And I think que van a haber muchísimas más cosas privadas que vamos a sacar pretty soon. Stay tuned for everything else that's coming out. And thank you so much. Again, I love you guys so much. Que Dios nos los bendiga siempre. And we'll catch you on next week's podcast.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.